Hey there, Gemini. Here's your weekly horoscope for April 4th to April 10th. While it's a bit of an odd week ahead, that's for sure, we have Mercury joining the Sun and Venus in Chiron in Aries this week, so that's going to really fire things up. And especially for you, because the ruling planet for Aries is Mars, and it's in your sun sign in Gemini. It also has the north node of the moon in Gemini. It was conjuncting it for some time last week, so you may have found some activities last week involving karma come up. This week, with Mars in your first house, and it is actually making a very nice sextile to Venus and the Sun for most of the week. That means there's probably a lot more fun in your activities this week. As well, Jupiter is trining Mars and sextiling Venus. So let's explore all of this, because for you, Aries, Gemini, your two signs get along really, really well. And what you're going to find you probably will be working on more this week than any other week is with all these Aries planets in your 11th house, you may find yourself out in the community more. Now, that depends on what restrictions may be going on in your area due to COVID, of course. But you may find that there's a lot more energy and a lot more desire to be out in the community. Or perhaps you're working as well in a volunteer or with a charitable organization at some point this week. Now, whether you're doing anything like that or not, this is a good time for you to further any plans that you've had to recreate your career or to instigate new activities. With Mars in your first house, it's when you feel like working for your own interests. So with Mars there in the solar first house for Gemini and making mostly very positive aspects this week, this is a great week to get things done. So it's a good week to start new projects at work, ask for a raise, get working together in groups perhaps. But you'll find that people will be a lot more cooperative this week as well, since there are so many softer aspects. A lot of people are going to be feeling better. Of course, there has to be some dark spots, and we do have that planet Mars squaring Neptune from about the 4th on this week and into next week. And when Mars and Neptune get together in a conflicting aspect such as this, it's a little bit difficult because Mars is where you want to act, it's where you want to go, it's all your energy and drive and ambition. And Neptune is like, well, I'd rather just daydream, I'd rather just play over here, I'd rather, oh, let's take care of this puppy. So it's a little bit distracting, Neptune. And so from Monday on, even though there's a lot of good aspects, if you are affected by this Neptune-Mars square, you may be feeling a little bit oozy-woozy or drowsy, I'm not sure. But it will pass. It's not, of course, permanent. And I do think there's so many positive aspects going on that even some of that conflict that the Mars-Neptune square may bring up could be defrayed somewhat, we'll say. I will say this, very likely whatever you're doing, you're having fun with, except for one thing maybe when Neptune squares Mars, there can be perhaps a misunderstanding or some sort of conflict that will occur. But again, with all these soft aspects all around it, I don't doubt that even any minor disagreement would probably blow over very quickly. When the moon's in Pisces from Wednesday to Friday, it may be hitting this Mars-Neptune square as well. So that could be more emotional days for you this week, Gemini, is from Wednesday to Friday. It may not be you, it could be other people, but they're getting emotional with you, or they may be trying to make your life a little more difficult for one reason or another. Jupiter is semi-sextile Pluto this week, and as well we do have there's something else hitting Pluto. Where is it in my notes? We have Venus squaring Pluto, and that will bring up perhaps, as I said, some difficulties in some relationships. But in general, there's a lot more in the way of positive aspects this week, Gemini. And with all those Aries planets piling up, they're giving you great, great energy. They're infusing you with more desire to get things done. So I hope that you do this week. Good luck.